what have you seen by way of drunken behaviour? Let's talk to Sharon next. Morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
You're founder of Coco Moon, aren't you? The personalised introduction service.
Yeah, that's right, yes.
What do you think there's going to be problems today or not?
Well, certainly what we hear is often when your life isn't great and it isn't as you want it to be, or the thoughts of time off work with a partner, and maybe in-laws or family who, let's be honest, not all of us have the ideal family, and we're going to be cooped up for a good few days at home, playing happy families, even if that's not the case. So often, drink and alcohol is escapism, and it's a way to forget our troubles, albeit momentarily. So certainly that's what we hear, the thought, the dread of Christmas for a lot of people when they're not happy at home. Alcohol is often the vice they turn to.
Yeah, it's a legal drug, isn't it?
Absolutely. And whether that be at home or whether that be in a pub, overindulgence is often a way we get comfort when things aren't great, and they're not as we want them to be.
We've got an interesting attitude towards booze in this country, though, Sharon, haven't we? It is a drug. I mean, if somebody at a party, sort of laid out a line of cocaine on the table and started taking it, we'd all be appalled, wouldn't we? And we'd say, what you think you're doing, stop doing that immediately. We'd be shocked. If somebody opens a bottle of red wine and starts drinking that from the bottle, we wouldn't think twice, would we?
Absolutely not. I totally agree. I think it's legal. So because it's legal, we think we can drink as much as we choose. We get carried away with the Christmas spirit, the peer pressure of we're boring if we don't go to the pub. And often people who aren't big drinkers can't gauge when enough is enough.
Is that what it is then? Is that partially? People don't feel able to go to the pub. I'm going to be faced with this tonight, Sharon, because I've been set the challenge. I've been set a challenge of giving up booze for the month of December. So it's getting really tricky now, towards the end of the month as we head up to Christmas. So tonight, a few of us from work are going to the pub, and I'm going to be that sober person.
I commend you. I absolutely commend you, because you'll see the night, I would guess, with very different eyes if you're going to be alcohol-free, and I'd be interested to see if you stick to it.
Oh, you think I might crack tonight?
You may well do.
Have you ever been in that situation where you've been sober, everyone else around you's been drunk?
And often, when that's been the case for me, I look at people who are under the influence, and I can be horrified, albeit that I've been in that position myself, ashamedly so, and horrified to hear the volume gets turned up, and the silly things we all come out with when we've had a drink. And you see yourself, but it's a totally different world when you're alcohol-free. So I have been in that position a few times, actually, when I've driven and not had a drink at all. Everyone to their own. I admire your willpower, particularly at this time of year.
It is tricky. I think I'm sleeping better, Sharon, but that's the only benefit I can feel so far.
Well, that in itself's worth it, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it is. I suspect it remains to be seen whether I'll crack, over Christmas. I tell you what I have discovered, Sharon. I've discovered chocolate liqueurs. Now, you see, I think I'm allowed to eat those because that's food, isn't it?
Well, it depends on your definition of alcohol, I'm sure. But you could get addicted to the liqueurs.
I don't think so. No, they're not terribly pleasant, actually. But, I've got rid of all the stuff I like out of the house. So I've got rid of the wine, I've got rid of the beer. And then last night, I found some chocolate liqueurs.
I'm very impressed, I have to say. Of all the months to decide to go teetotal, to do that in December, it's commendable.
Well, I've been set a challenge by and TV are following this. You'll be able to see it on Inside Out, first thing in the new year on BBC One. But it is really tricky, I have to say, Sharon. So this box of cherry liqueurs actually now sitting on the kitchen worktop, and I'm just wondering whether I can resist them.
Cherry liqueurs aren't my bag, I have to say.
No, they're not.
So that
horrible.
Would be a challenge for me.
Yeah, they're not particularly
the red
nice.
wine maybe would be, though, I have to say.
Yeah, well, that's my weakness too. Interesting, Sharon. Thanks very much. Good to talk to you. Happy Christmas to you.
And to you too. Thanks now.
Sharon Kell, the founder of Coco Moon, the personalised introduction agency.